This is the guitar tutorial for Sister by the Nixons from GuitarMadeEZ.com. The very first thing you want to do is make sure that your guitar is tuned a half step down. So you have E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. That's what your E major should sound like. Oh, and by the way, if you guys have any songs you want to learn how to play that you haven't seen a guitar tutorial for, let me know. I want to help you learn how to play your favorite songs. All right, the first part I'm going to show you is the verse, which goes like so. So the verse is basically G major, D major, and then your E minor for 2 counts. But here's a little bit more detail on how you play it. So you make that G major chord right here, which is your middle finger on the 3rd fret E string, pointer finger on the 2nd fret on the A string, open D, open G, you've got your ring finger on the 3rd fret on the B string, and your pinky's going to go on the 3rd fret on the E string right there. So the strumming when you're on the G is down, down, up, down. And then we do that little lick, which goes. So I'm hammering on that 2nd fret on the D string with my pointer finger. Pluck the open G, and then 2nd fret on the D string with my pointer finger, and then take it off, and then pluck it open. That brings you to the next chord, which is the D. So we pluck that D string open, then we go down, up, down. Now we have another little lick, and this little lick goes like this. So hammer on the 2nd fret on the G string, take your finger off and pluck it open, and then 2nd fret on the D string, and now we're going to play the E string open, and that brings us into the next chord, which is your E minor. So now when you're on the E minor, you pluck it twice, and then you're going to take your pointer finger and you're going to have it on and off the strings up at the 1st fret on the B string. So you go. See what I was doing there? So very slowly, pluck, pluck, and then I strum through the E minor with my pointer finger. Also, this isn't part of the E minor. This is just like a little addition, a friendly little addition. The pointer finger on the 1st fret on the B string. But you strum through it with that finger on there, and then you go. So you up strum with it off, and then you strum through the E minor, and then you do a down up. Very slowly, it sounds like this. And that's the verse, my friends. The next part I'm going to show you is the pre-chorus, which leads us into the chorus. And that part is A minor. So it's A minor. So down, down, up, down. And then I'm going to take my ring finger and put that on the 2nd fret on the A string. Strum it once and kind of mute it. And I'm still holding the rest of that A minor chord. But as you can see, all I'm doing is I'm just moving that one finger from my ring finger from the 2nd fret on the G string to the 2nd fret on the A string. And then I kind of palm mute it to just kind of shut it off. And now I go into a C chord. Now, they'll let it ring if they go back into the verse. However, if you're going into the fun part, the chorus, this is how it goes. There's a buildup. When you get to that C, you go. Just a bunch of down strums gradually getting louder. Now, the fun part. This is my favorite part of the song, the chorus. And the chorus goes like this. Or you just let the D ring. Whatever you want to do. So how I played that was G, major, D major, just like the verse of the song. And now we're going to that A minor, and I have a little fill right there, and it's going to be, so I'm going to hammer on from the 2nd fret on the G string to the 4th fret on the on the G string, and then I pull it off. So I go, so, and then I pull off my pointer finger off the 2nd fret on the G string. So, this might take a little bit of practice, but, and then we go into the last chord, which is your C. Now the strumming pattern doesn't really matter as long as you just strum loud and proud. Come up with your own. It's really not the same every single time in the song, but I'll show you what I was doing right there. So on the G, so down, down, up, down, down, and that 2nd to last down was just kind of like a couple of the strings. So, see that? Down, down, up, pluck a few of the strings down, and then you go to your D. Kind of the same strumming pattern right there, just the same thing over. I just used it on the G and the D. Now you go to your A minor. Sometimes I'll go on that D as well. Then you go to your A minor and you go, so down, down, up, down. Now you do your fun little lick that I showed you, and you go to your C major chord. So right there I did. So down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. The exact strumming pattern really doesn't matter as long as you're playing on the beat. So you can do what I just played, or you can come up with a modification of your own. It's gonna sound like the same thing, I promise you. And that chorus, right after that C, it's gonna go G, and then D, and then that's it for the chorus. So after the 2nd chorus, I believe it is, it cuts it really quickly on that beat. And remember, it goes G, and then it goes right into this. And this is an E minor, and then it's a C, and then it's this weird chord. It's kind of like a modification of a D/F sharp, but it's basically your pointer finger is going to go on the 2nd fret on the E string right there. You're going to mute this A string, and then basically the only fingers on the strings are your pointer finger on this E string on the 2nd fret, and your ring finger is going to go on the B string at the 3rd fret. It sounds like that. And then your G. But the strumming's kind of weird for it. The strumming goes like this. Now the strumming pattern was the same for each of those chords, but the trick is you're actually muting those chords with your left hand by taking the tension off the strings. So all I was doing on that E minor, the very first chord, was I was going down, I strum through it, and then I take the tension off my left hand on the strings, and I go up, down, up. So down, hear that? And then I go down, up, down, 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 up. So down, take the tension off, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Next chord, C, down, take the tension off, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Next chord, that D/F sharp thingy. Now our G. That's it. The strumming pattern was the same for each of those chords, all 4 of them. The E minor, the C, the D/F sharp, and the G. Now the next part we do it again, but it's a little bit different. It goes E minor, C, A minor, and then C. And the strumming pattern has a little bit more muting in it. So it has, this is what it sounds like. Pretty much the same type of muting, however we do that mute twice instead of once. So here's the E minor. So there's 2 down strums after that. So down, take the tension off, up, down, take the tension off, up, down, down. Next chord C, A minor, C, we just down strum it. The next part is kind of fun. You get to palm mute with your picking hand. And how that goes is like this. So it's the same chord progression, G, major, D major, and then E minor for 2 counts. But the big difference is for the G and the D, you're palm muting heavy and you're gradually letting up with your palm muting hand, your picking hand. When I start playing that G, my palm is on the strings pretty hard, and then I just gradually take the weight off the strings and open it up. And then that's for the G and the D chords. So just like this. And then I go into my E minor again. And then the very last part, it spits you out. It's this awesome outro. I love it. And the chord progression for it is G, D, E minor, and C. So when that outro part goes like this, it goes. Over and over and over and over again. And now the strumming pattern for that, remember the chord progression was G, D, E minor, C, but it was kind of like that bridge I showed you. There is a left-handed mute or a fretting hand mute in this outro part of the song. And you strum each chord the same, just like we did before. So down, strum through the chord, take the tension off your fretting hand, up, down, down. So down, up, down, 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 up. Then we have our D, E minor, and that is the entire song, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for this request. Keep them coming. I love doing them for you. And I think this goes without saying, but please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and just tell me what's up. I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment below, folks. I would greatly appreciate it. So that's it for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one. Keep rocking, keep playing, keep practicing. See ya.